Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yes, man. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, along with my co-host, the Little Diva, for another Monday. Speak on it. Let's get it in. What's happening? What's happening?
You tired, huh?
I am tired.
Your welcome would be. I mean, I'm tired too. I think we both tired. Um, your welcome was great, but I heard it. I heard
Rolling in, rolling in, rolling
we
in.
still rolling though. The
Yes,
show
man.
must go on.
That's it. That's it. That is it. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's happening over there?
What's happening over there?
Not nothing, not an eight. And before
Oh,
let me say this. I know she's not watching because she probably sleep. But to my niece, I want to say thank you to my niece. She called me today, sent me a text message, told me to drop by on my way to the house when I got off. And boy, if I tell you, she had me a bag, and oh my God. I done ate some spinach. I done had some rice, some chicken, and I still got another thing that's got some chili and some candy yams. Yeah. So yeah, I done had two Sprites. I done ate me some cookies. So yeah, hey, it's on. It's on. Hey, boy, look at here.
that's why you sound like that. You fat fool.
I am, and I am, and I am. I guarantee it. Yes, indeed.
Well, we're supposed to have a guest who's having she's having a oh, there she comes. Her name is Jessica, and she's having a what is she having? A walk for hearing. And so we're gonna have her come on in a second, and she's gonna tell us a little bit about that. And so she'll be on for about 15, 20 minutes. Is that
Oh,
okay with you, cousin boy?
we got special guests.
We got a special guest.
Oh Lord, I didn't got surprised. I ain't even get. Hey, Jessica, I see you down there. Just
We're
look
not-
here. I ain't dressed up. I ain't dressed up because I didn't know you was coming to the house. Hey, Jessica, how you doing?
Yeah, I have
I
my walk chair. My partner coming on too.
Awesome.
She's been doing it for a lot longer than me. She's been doing it about 15 years. This is my third year, so she's a veteran in all things.
So can you? Well, first we want to welcome you. Welcome, Jessica. Jessica. Walgorski.
Gorski, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, this is my co-host, the Louisiana Country Boy.
Oh, nice. I like co-host.
Hello, Jessica. How you doing?
Good, yeah. I'm at my establishment. It's called Tequila Bee.
You said,
Okay.
wait a minute, hold on. You said you done made me shut up, girl. You said your establishment.
This is my establishment.
What kind of establishment you got now?
It is a fun time. It is a bar. It is a fun time.
You got some food over there? Jessica, don't ignore me. Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica, come back over here. Come over here. You got some food over yonder?
We have a food truck outside.
Okay, all right. Talk to me about that, Jessica. Let's get some more information about the food now.
We have a food truck, so we have wings, we have burgers, we have chicken sandwiches, we can do salad. We got a pizza oven.
Come, Jessica.
So
come on, man. Come on.
We do a bunch of stuff. We got a DJ.
And where is it?
It's on the north side.
On the north side.
North side.
Well, the one thing I know about a food truck is it got wheels. Can you drive it over here?
No, yeah, we're working on the wheels. It's stationary right now. But it's stationary right now. I don't go anywhere right now. But but you gotta come here and get some.
You better be glad I done ate.
Well, I'll be down. What's the name? Look here, Jessica. What's the name of
It's called Tequila Bee.
Over here so I can see you.
Tequila Bee.
Tequila
Tequila
Bee.
Bee?
Like tequila, like the liquor.
Oh,
And then
okay.
the letter B.
Love it.
Oh.
So this is the truck doesn't look like much from just looking at it. My husband's working on the outside, but the inside works.
Oh.
The inside works.
Y'all go ahead over there on the north side.
Come on with it. Come on, see it.
Yes. North
We have a
side.
whole-
But what part of the
we have a
north side? Like what street?
It's off Paddington and Cavalcade.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Come on.
Yes. And what days are y'all open?
Sunday to Sunday.
Oh gosh.
We don't-
Okay.
We don't
How long
close.
how long you been having it?
We built it for a year,
Mm-hmm.
and then we've been open since March.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's
congratulations.
so it's 2727 North Freeway. So it's easy to remember. I'll put it in the chat.
Because I used to live at 2727 West 18th Street.
There you go. You're just down the street.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat so everyone can see. Tequila. I'm waiting for Karen to come on. I sent her the new link. Tequila. I spelled my own tequila wrong. Look at that. 2727.
Country
North.
boy, you sure look interested up there. I see you just up.
She's talking about food. I'm still trying.
Yeah, we also have steak night. It's steak night on a
We
Thursday.
love some steak. We love some
Our steak
steak.
is this big.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
potatoes
You know,
in my face.
Jessica, you know me and your husband, we real good friends, so I get that best friend discount, right?
Of course.
Me and him went to school together. We
You remember Unc? You remember Unc, honey? You remember Unc?
That's
That's how you
too
gotta
funny.
do it. That's how you gotta do it. I got Auntie's
Uncle
uncle.
cutting Trina.
Huh?
Uncle cutting Trina.
Yeah, there you go. We got all sorts of stuff. Yeah, we do it all. Let me see if I can get her. Okay.
Entrepreneurship, we believe in it and we support it big time.
Yeah, so we're a small business, and so we've been doing this. We've been in the game for restaurants and bars for about 10 years. We don't know when to quit. We don't know when, but there's times where we should have, but we were like, screw you. We have put time and effort into this, and when you put time and effort into something, you don't let it go because it's your baby. So we hope one day to actually buy the whole thing and no longer rent. We hope to buy it, have it be our thing, leave it to the
What's
kids.
your busiest night?
My husband?
No, what's your busiest night?
Oh, busiest night. Oh, and so we have karaoke on Mondays.
Okay.
The karaoke doesn't pop off till like 10 o'clock.
Oh, got it.
I sing all the songs. And because I'm the boss, no one tells me I'm bad because I'm not allowed to. If you want your drinks, you better tell me I'm the best.
Tell me how good you are.
I always win the contest because I'm the boss.
That is too funny. But absolutely right.
Everyone, I'm the best. I sing Mariah Carey. They're like, why are you doing this? Because I own this place. I can. It's my microphone.
There you go.
That sounds like you, country boy.
I can sing what I want.
You saying what you want. Yeah. And you know what you can always do? You can always put them out. You can go.
I could. I'd be like, you cut off. You had too much talking out your mouth. You talking some mess. You got to go.
Roll out. Do
Roll
some.
out.
See you later.
Yeah. So then Tuesdays is 2 for $1. So buy one drink and one drink free. So people like that. And then Wednesdays is just like a chill karaoke. Not karaoke. Wednesdays is a chill DJ. It's kind of like mellow.
Okay.
We made it through half the week. We're halfway there. Let's keep going.
Right.
Good deal. And then Thursdays is steak night. And then Friday, Saturday is bands and live bands and DJs. So we had a 80s heavy metal band Friday. We had 3 of them. So Quiet Riot, like not Quiet Riot, but like the cover band.
Right.
So like
I'm an 80s music lover, fan.
yeah, we have them. We have bands all the time.
Okay.
So and then Sunday was football. I made the trunk or treat for the kids on Sunday. They had people like make the U-turn and come back. So
Oh, I
cool.
saw it. Right, I forgot to post your flyer. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's been a busy weekend.
I know, bro.
So that is so cool. What made you guys want to go into the club business, night event?
So when I was teaching back in the day, I always was the one that wanted to do my own thing. I always wanted to like go against. And so my husband's like, let's just work for ourselves. And I was like, can we do that? He's like, why not? So we
do that.
You know? He's like, no.
Really
any objections from the peanut gallery? Oh, we don't have one. So no one told us no. So I mean, hey.
There you go.
So we've been doing it. We've been, and it's heartbreaking and it's rewarding. It's high risk,
yes.
High reward. So when the reward's high and then the reward pans out, it's awesome. And then when things get hard. But that's part of life. It's what we teach our kids. Now everything's not going to be great all the time, but like you put your best foot forward and you do what you can, and it's all that matters. So our daughter and our son are on board, and they want to take over this place one day.
Wow.
So our daughter's 8, and she's got a plan. She wants to take over it, and I said, "What's your brother going to do?" She's like, "He's going to fix stuff."
Yeah,
Daddy,
love her already.
She's like, just like Daddy. Daddy, you. She's like, "Mommy, you run the show. And then Daddy just fixed what's broken." I said, "That's true. He does. That's what happens."
You didn't taught her early. So Jessica, I love that. I always wanted to run a venue. I work in a lot of night venues myself.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
And y'all, I met Jessica in the education. We work in education. I met her there, and she always has the best energy. She always runs around like a little energizing bunny. Unless it's just a bad day. But most of the time she's running around.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about the walk. What is the purpose of the walk?
So the Walk for Hearing has been around, I think, 15 years now. And so what it does, it does free hearing screenings for families from 99 years old to not like 1 year old. So the span is, because I didn't know when my son became deaf, we didn't know he was deaf for like 3 years of his life. So we had no idea. So we felt real bad when we found out, because we thought he was just ignoring us, but he really was deaf, and we had no idea, And so like when families don't know what their kid's going through, it's very, very, hard. Oh, there's Karen. Hey, Karen. This is my counterpart. It's my partner.
Hi,
Karen. Hi, Karen.
Walk for Hearing. So yeah, I just tell them about the walk and why we do it and how it got formed. But you could probably tell them more about it than me, because you've been there longer. You want to take it, Karen? Can you hear me? She's here. Is your sound on?
Hello there. There you go.
There you go. All right, girl. I put the donor drive in the chat. So if you want to explain the walk, I tried, but you're better at it than me. You're a veteran. You've been in it for a minute.
Hey, Karen, tell us about. We want to hear about the walk. How did it start? Where did it come from?
Can you hear? Karen, can you hear us? I don't know if she can hear me. I'm trying to text her.
Okay.
Can you hear her, Karen? I'm gonna try to text her and see if she.
Okay.
You can hear us. All right. Yeah. So the walk. So that's what the walk does. It raises awareness of deaf individuals in your family, and it also it does research. We do a lot of research into how people become deaf. It could be the last research was the hearing buds that go inside. That has been linked to deafness, because it's been linked to damaging the inner ear. And so
wow.
kids that when they were popular, kids would use them, and now they have hearing problems.
Wow.
So things like that. And then just to raise awareness. And we have a national charity that is the big umbrella over us. And then the national charity actually breaks off the donations to each team. So usually when you create a team, you don't get any money back, usually. But the Walk for Hearing, the national charity gives your money, a portion of your money back.
Oh, wow.
So they divide it very fairly, which is different than most walks. So that's kind of what we do. So it's November 5th, and it's from 9 a.m. to about 1-ish. We'll have food this year, so we're hoping that people will stay and kind of just converse and chill and just have fun. Can you hear me, Karen? Karen, can you hear me?
And what time is the walk?
It's registration starts at 9, and then from 9 to 10, and then we usually start walking about 10:30, 11. And we're gonna have line dancers, I believe, this year again, like a line dancing showcase where you can line dance. And they do different stuff, and then we'll have 75 Girl Scouts. So they're gonna do the color guard and the water station and some other stations for their service, for their day of service. So
And where's it at?
A U of H, in the Grove. It's called the Grove. It's a big area. Parking, you have to pay for parking. It's just a big area, and we'll have vendors out there. Cochlear America, Medell. I think Verizon came last time. I'm not sure which ones are there right now, but and then we'll have kids activities. We'll have a DJ. I'm gonna get some moon bounces, things like that. So we're gonna have food. It's gonna be good.
Wow.
So how many people have y'all had? Did you have last year? Is it increasing every year?
Yeah, last year that's what we're trying to do, because last year it was about, I think, 150 people. But what I really want to get to as local walk day chair, I want to get into the thousands. My goal is to MD Anderson boot walk, the cancer walk for MD Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be that big. Right, I'm on the radio. I'm listening to the radio, and I hear about the Walk for Hearing.
Right.
That's kind of, because you never know. Deafness affects a lot of people. Be so young and be deaf at a young age. Like my son, he's 7. He's been deaf since he was 2. So he's never heard my voice, my real voice. So to empower young people to be okay with their equipment, understand what it is, and go forth with that, and then keep going with that. And then by the time they're seniors, they have that, they don't have that stigma or that embarrassment, because he'll tell you, he's like, I got 4 ears and 2 work.
Oh, wow.
That's cute.
He has the cochlears. He'll tell you. I mean, he's very vocal about it. He's very empowered about it. Because me and Karen, we have 2. My son's 7. Her son's in college, and her son became deaf at the same time my son became deaf, just in different eras of time.
Right.
So her son has similar story as my son. So when her son became deaf, she empowered him and empowered herself to, we're going to deal with this. We're going to do this. And so when my son became deaf, I met her and I was like, oh, if you did it, then I can do it. And so she's given me strength and encouragement and love to really do this for my son. So I want to do it for other people. So that's kind of how we've, we're kindred spirits. So
that is true.
You want to jump in?
How's the tell me this, if not getting so old country boy be nosy sometime. So tell me, as growing up, how was that with him, with your daughter? How did all that work, and how did you make it?
So my daughter she's close to him. She's she turned 8 in January, and he just turned 7. So they're really close, which helps because she wants to know. So like him being the only deaf person in a hearing family, we really have to talk to his face, make sure that we're in the same room with him, and like, I tell her, I said, when you yell up the stairs to me, I can hear you, but when you do that to your brother, he doesn't know. So like, it makes her a very caring, it makes her more caring, I think, and more empathetic, because she does have a brother that needs more help. So I will say, having him being deaf was heartbreaking to know, but like the empowerment that she has for herself to make sure that her brother is treated the same, her brother is treated equally, it makes you want to cry. Like, they love each other. Like, she won't let anything happen to him ever. So like, yeah, she loves learning the sign language. We do sign language class every Monday as a family, and we do it, me, their dad, and her and his sister, and we do it on Zoom with a teacher, and it's great because he sees us do it. It's not just me putting him in front of a teacher and saying, "Okay, do this for 30 minutes." It's us doing it as a family, and so like we practice with each other, we practice with him, and he's and he likes signing to me more than his dad because I know more than his dad. But just when his ears and his batteries die, he just starts signing, and that's just what we do. So it's she loves it. She loves having a deaf brother. I don't know. She's like, I love having a deaf brother. I love having the challenge of being different, him being different.
Right.
And,
Right.
She'll talk to people and sign, and there's like you're 8 years old and she can hold a conversation, because she picks it up like quick. And then when he wants to give up and he doesn't want to do it anymore, she's like, "Come on, Jack. Come on, one more sign. We can do this. We can do this. One more sentence. Come on, buddy. One more sentence." And she'll cheer him on, and like I'm crying in the corner, like.
Right. She hear us? She still can't hear us?
I guess not. I texted her. Hold on. Let me text her. I texted her. Let me mute myself and see if I can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is an awesome thing, huh, country boy?
That is. You never think about, and that's the thing. You never know or think about something, as hearing loss, especially hearing loss with thinking about a child and how that can, a child that never heard a bird chirp, or a child that never heard, a horn blow. Wow, that the things that we all, not some, we all take for granted. The things that we all take for granted, just those things that we are blessed with, that others don't have, that others don't have the opportunity to experience. That's why I look at, when I talk about, being kind and being empathetic, and not thinking that I'm always, my situation is worse than anybody's situation. Oh, woe is me, is when you think about, like, what? Hold up. Here I am talking about this over here. Here I am talking about, I don't have this, or I miss this. And here it is that someone else goes through something like, wow.
Yeah, it's because with Jack's story, his implant, his cochlear died in his brain. It died in his brain. So he was at daycare, and I was across the street from the daycare because I worked at school across the street. And they called me and they said, Jack fell. And I was like, he's 18 months, they fall. And they're like, no, Jack fell. And I was like, okay. And so I ran across the street, and he wasn't responding. He wasn't talking to me. He was just blank. And so we took him to the emergency room, and they said his cochlears are dead and he can't hear you. And, to have that at an early age is just, it's really hard. And so he's never heard our voice, our real voice, but, and then the cochlear was the only option we had. And so we got his cochlear in August, and about 15 months after his cochlear exploded in his head in pieces.
Oh, wow.
A bomb went off in his head. And I said, do you want another one? He said, yes, Mom. Jack, here, voice. Again, please. And he, whew,
Right.
they signed that to me. And I said, okay, we'll do it again. And so he had his second surgery and he came out amazing. And his right ear started dying. And I said, do you want one? He said, one more, please, Mommy. Mom,
Wow.
Jack, here. And I said, okay. And so he's had 3 surgeries in 3 years. And I'm telling you, as a mom, it's heartbreaking to see that sense gone, but the empowerment and the vigor and, that's just the passion he has for making sure people know what they are and the cochlears they can hear, and it's good for kids, and he wants every kid to have one.
Right.
Whether they need him or not, he wants every kid to have one. So
Everybody need a hearing aid.
everybody. He's like,
What is
Daddy,
that? One for you, a hearing aid. Like,
and his daddy's like, I need one too. And then he goes, Daddy, you're selective. You can hear, you're selective.
Yeah, I like that.
let me ask you that. So I've spoken with people who their children were autistic, and they talked about how hard it was for fathers with their, this is a son, because autism does more boys. Was it hard for your husband?
Oh yeah, it was a mourning. I mean, you have to mourn the loss of that sense, because you're not going to he's not going to hear the music. You can't share music with him in the same way you hear the music or anything really, so like my husband's a very musical, artistic kind of guy. He plays guitar, he plays drums, he plays piano, and so for him not to be able to share that with Jack was really hard. But so in the beginning, Greg went through a pretty bad depression because of that. I think if Jack was older, if Jack was like what he is now, it wouldn't have been the age he was now, it wouldn't have been so hard. But because Jack was so tiny, he felt like he did it to him. And so like we had the genetics testing done, and I have the genetic gene for deafness, and so does Greg. So Jack became his genes also morphed differently. So it's called CMV, and they test for it now because of the push of so many kids being born deaf. They're like, there's something wrong. Like these kids shouldn't be born deaf. So many kids should not be born deaf. And Jack wasn't born deaf, but he became deaf over time. And that's something that we had to figure out. And so now babies are tested for CMV, where Jack wasn't tested for CMV. And so he got one ear infection, and the genomes took over, and that was it. And so he's had, along with that, he's had kidney issues and nodules in his kidneys, because in utero, your ears and your kidneys develop at the same time. So we've had trouble with kidneys, and I had to get tested to be a donor just in case I match. So if it ever has to happen, God forbid, I could do that. So it's people think having someone being deaf, they think, oh, they're just deaf and there's nothing else going on. But there's so many things. There's so many little things, especially with the kids, and as they grow. Because today he couldn't go to school. The weather kicked up cold, and he just wasn't breathing right. His balance is off. I mean, it's just so many things that people don't think about. So if you don't get your kid tested, these things, and if you don't get your kid tested early, and these things keep going, they can cause big problems later.
Wow, that's tough. Karen, can you hear us yet?
I don't know.
Karen still can't hear us?
I told her to unmute.
You went out and she came back in.
Y'all just don't know. Karen say she ain't trying to hear y'all. Karen say, I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna smile. I don't care what y'all talking. Karen, how you doing, Karen? Watch this. Watch this. Hey, Karen.
Karen, I don't know. I don't know what's going on the internet.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm over here.
Right?
Kendra Board, can you keep going for a second?
Yeah.
You want me to keep going? Oh Lord, she want me to run
Yeah.
my
So
mouth.
yeah, I'm telling you, it's a change. I always tell people if Jack was born first, I don't know if I would have another one because it is a lot. It's a lot with the physical therapy, the speech therapy, the medicines, the surgeries. Like it's not easy. And then he loses a piece to his cochlear. I'm like,
Right. And that's and here's what I'll say is the greatness of hearing what you're talking about is the fact that these things can either pull a family together
yeah,
or tear a family apart.
right,
When you're able to come together for the greater, when you're able to come together and bond and say, okay, not he's gonna make it, not I'm gonna make it,
right,
but we are gonna make it.
right,
And that is the beauty in it all.
yeah,
When you come and work together. And like you said, y'all sit down as a family and with the teacher
Yeah.
and you learn the sign language.
Yeah.
Beauty.
yeah,
Because we all grow.
yeah.
It's like you're all growing and learning together.
Yeah, and then it could have gone. Now I have friends that their kids became deaf, and the dad just was like, I can't do it,
Right.
or the mom's like, I can't do it, and it's a conscious choice to know that you can't get what you want for your child back, but you can put him in a place to win.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what we chose to do. Is that
And
we're gonna make
I love that.
we're gonna make Jack understand what this technology is, why he has it. We're gonna make him educate him about it, so that way he can tell the people. Like just case in point, his little friend wasn't listening to him, and so he came home from school. I said, "Where's your hearing aid?" He goes, "I gave it to my friend. He wasn't listening to me."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Love it.
Like, mommy, he needed it. I'm like, well, okay.
He wasn't listening.
Well, have him write me a check because I need it. I need that money.
Oh my God. And it's that to hear that and to know like he has, that a sense of humor, that no matter what, I think our kids have these personalities that are just theirs and that are just so unique. And when you can just love them with their personality, be like, okay. And
they're funny. And Effie had a hard time with it at the beginning because she felt like Jack was getting all the attention. And I told her,
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, and so she had a hard time in the beginning. And I said, look, take the attention back. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do for him? And so she's like, I want to make hearing aid kits and give to his friends, his classmates. That are because he goes to a deaf hybrid school. So the school has deaf children, and they also have regular hearing children. So you have to apply to get in. And he's a teacher of the deaf. So it's not. I didn't want to put him in a whole deaf school because I didn't want him to feel like he got in the real world. He didn't know what things were,
Right.
And so I told Effie, I said, if you feel left out, what do you want to do? And she was like, I want to make kits for his friends. And she sat there and she made little kits for his friends and she handed them out. And that empowered her to be like, I'm not my mommy, because she felt that I didn't love her the same way I love him. And I was like, that's not the case at all. I just think that, you have gifts that are different than his gifts. And there's a way that you can help him with his gifts, or you want to feel empowered about your brother's situation, or you can help other kids, and that we can do that. So she started, they're called Effie ears.
Okay.
And they're little kits she makes with the hearing aid, the case, and some stickers.
Oh,
in a little
wow.
bag, and they're called Effie's ears, and she gives them
Wow.
to friends.
Well, let me ask you this: with being around with yourself and with let me see if Karen better. Karen, are you there? Being around with yourself and with let me see if
Get it, Rack? Get it, Rack?
Yay!
Are you there?
Hey, hello, I can hear you. How are you? Yes. So this was actually
Oh.
a good test. This was an so here I was watching all of you speak, seeing you laugh, seeing you chuckle, trying to get engaged in the conversation. So that's what a person with hearing loss has to deal with
I know where she's going with that.
day in and day out.
Yeah.
And people who don't necessarily
I know where she's going with that.
put up their hand to say, I have a hearing loss, the group, to be engaged and to belong.
Right.
So that's where we, with the Walk for Hearing, and so that they can tell people, we could move over to this table. Or can you pick up what you're trying to say?
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure Jessica has told you all about the Walk for Hearing. I'm so thrilled.
Yes. You did a great job.
I tried.
Yes.
I tried. Anything you want to add for the Walk for Hearing, Karen? Anything else you want to say?
I tried.
Yes. So remember, I'm sure Jessica's told you about which is happening on Sunday. Yes, and remember, hearing screening is for everybody who can hear. So if
The bomber's handwriting on the suicide note is consistent with his own journals. Even his signature.
We lost her.
Internet. Yeah.
Right.
The evil internet.
The
evil internet.
I have a question. Let me ask Chief Jessica this. Is it Chief Jessica this clear with being around with yourself and with your son and other people? Is it? Do you think that it's and I say like shelter or over? Do you find other kids are overprotective? Or we were talking about adjusting. I say like shelter. How you have a child that adjusts to. Do you find to real life?
Yeah,
Adjusting. Have a child that.
Yeah, it's been like we've had people like come up and ask him like, "What are those?"
Yeah, like
I was in Walmart and this one chick. You know how Walmart people are. There's Walmart. Girl, you know.
Like, I was in Walmart.
There's Walmart people. Okay. And this chick came up and she goes, "What are those?" And I was like, before he can even say anything, Jack turned around. She goes, "What are those?" And she goes, or he said, "What are these?" We said, "What are these?" And she goes, "My ears." And he goes, "These are mine."
Oh.
He has a magnet and then the cord. He said, "These are mine." Girl, he got Spider-Man, Batman, it was Christmas that day.
Yeah.
Whatever he wanted.
So wait a minute. So he can't hear, but what do these things do again?
So the cochlear, I should have brought a pair to show you. So the cochlear implant is like a hook. It's like a hook on his ear like this. Then there's a cord, like a cord that goes here, and there's a magnet.
Like a cord that goes here, and there's a magnet.
You actually hear right here. You actually hear here, and it filters down to your ears.
Ah.
So his cochleus died. He couldn't hear anymore. So that's why a hearing aid, when his left side died first. A hearing aid was not going to work because there's cochlear. And so that's why the cochlear implant was the best option. So that's why he told, like, these are mine.
Right.
And so he got Spider-Man that day. He got Batman. He got whatever he wanted. But, I've had dirty looks. I've had people look at me like I'm crazy. I've had people apologize. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I said, nothing to be sorry about. That's just what happens,
Right.
I had a choice. I could either give him the surgery that could make him hear the best that ability he could. I mean, it's not perfect. It's very robotic. We sound like robots.
Gotcha.
He's very robotic how we sound. But that's all he's ever known.
Right.
So it's not like a big deal to him.
Well, okay, let me ask you. So with the hearing loss, did any of the other senses like intense?
His peripheral is on point. I cannot hide nothing. I can't hide ice cream. I can't hide groceries. I can't hide nothing. I had the ice cream in my hoodie in my pocket. He peeps it. He's like, Mama, you got ice cream? I was like, how'd you see that? Yeah, I'm telling you, his peripheral. Don't sleep on the boy. That peripheral.
So you're telling me his spidey senses are on.
But I've heard that before, that when one sense is gone, another sense picks up.
And his taste, if it don't taste like I said it's gonna taste, he'll call me out. This don't taste like cheese. Don't taste like milk. Don't tell me nothing, Mom. It's like, I'll try to, I can't. That's the thing. Like, everything else is just hyper sense. I mean, it's amazing. His balance for being completely deaf without wearing technology, he doesn't hear anything. And he had to teach himself how to walk, how to run. So every time he had a surgery,
a lot of people miss that with the hearing. It is about the balance.
It's the vertigo.
Right.
Vertigo. It's very bad. So like most kids, when they just give up. And so I've had stories from people that my kid won't walk again. My kid doesn't want to run again. And I'm like, I don't give my son that choice. There's no I don't want to. It's you're going to do this. So you know what I mean. So
every that option at first, just like with finding them things to do outside of work. I mean, outside of school and stuff. Some of them don't want to do it, but you have to push them into doing it because they don't know that.
I make him do it. He'll say he wanted to try gymnastics. Let me tell you, he said he wanted to do gymnastics. It took all I had. I was like, but head injuries, buddy.
Right.
So you could fall. But he told me, he's like, no, Mama, I'm just like everyone else.
Wow.
I'm just like everyone else. I'm not different. I just have my Pokemon ears. I have stickers. I'm not different.
Wow.
But when he lost the air in the foam pit, I was mad.
Yeah, I could.
You better go find that ear right now.
We finna go find that.
Go find that ear in that foam pit. That's expensive,
Wow.
But no, I don't keep him away for anything. Anything he wants to try. I mean, T-ball's, his age right now, and Dad's like, I don't know, and I'm like, look, he wears a helmet. I mean, we can't shelter him from everything. I mean, if he wants to be a pro football player with a helmet, like, with what we're gonna have to do, like, he's no different than anyone else. So,
Well, Jessica, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, Karen, can you hear us yet?
No.
So I want to thank you for coming on. And y'all remember the Walk for Hearing Donor Drive walk? I want you for coming on. And y'all remember the walk of hearing donor drive walk? So anyway, Sunday, November the 5th at 9 o'clock. Weird.
Yeah.
And I actually, to be honest with you, would love to have you on and you guys come on again.
Yeah.
So that we can have Karen on and we can talk like even after the walk. Because this was some really good information. And I'll be honest, we get to really promote it as well. So I would love for y'all to come back on after the walk, tell us how the walk was. And talk just the whole topic again. I think it's really good and it's one that I don't think a lot of people talk about. So I would love for y'all to topic again. I think it's really good.
Think about it.
Yeah.
People,
I don't think a lot of people talk about it.
You just see the people think, oh, he wears here, he wears I'm like, oh, it's so much.
Bring the helmet so we can see what that looks like.
Yeah,
and
I'll bring the pieces next time.
Yeah, so we'll plan this for maybe November, and we'll do a reading after the walk, and you can tell us how the walk went. We have an event Sunday. That's why that we're going to be doing live streaming from. So we can't come this time. But definitely, I want you to come back. And yes, this was really good information. What you thinking, Country Boy?
Well, you know, I'm ready for your husband and the son to come on with me. Well, you know,
my son's a dinner and a show.
I'm ready for your husband and the son to come on with me.
My son's a dinner and a show.
He will give all the families.
My son will give all the families.
It's like all about daddy. It's all about daddy. What daddy said and what daddy did. Like, I'll give you all that.
Karen's trying to say something.
Hold on, let me see here.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got to get Karen so we can hear Karen's voice next time. She won't be just reading our lips.
Yes. Everybody is welcome to the walk.
Almost.
Sunday. Oh, to the walk for hearing on Sunday. So remember, hearing loss affects everybody. As Jessica had mentioned, children, newborn children, teenagers, and now the volume going up, more cases of hearing loss. So everybody, every generation, people can be affected with hearing loss. So we want to empower people. We want to equip people with good tools. And we have a phenomenal, so alliances are teams where 40% of what they have raised or funds that are designated to those alliances, they're able to keep those funds. We have a lot of school districts, Greater Houston school districts are actually some of these teams are actually up for hearing. So this is a great way for school districts, for their deaf ed program, for different day school programs to actually raise funds for some of those activities where they want to have educational activities, getting parents together, meet and greet, opportunity to share, having an opportunity to have some of these webinars or discussions. So these school districts then can actually have this kitty so they can help fund some of these particular programs. So that's one great way where this walk is actually serving our community. So we hope that we get lots of people to come along to our walk for hearing. The screening is if you can hear, you're meant to get your hearing screened.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the beginning screen.
Very good. And it's free hearing screening. And the one thing that we love about it actually being at the University of Houston, we're having the students from the University of Houston, they are actually helping out as well in terms of volunteers. So we have our communication disorder students, our audiology language students. So they're getting an opportunity to do.
Got it. So Again, I want to thank you, ladies, for. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm gonna mute your mic, Jessica, for a second. I want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. Lots of information. Again, I want y'all to come back in November. I'll give you the day, Jessica, and so we can really promote it. So we can talk about hearing loss, because a lot of people really just don't talk about it. And because I have an aunt who's deaf as well. So, but yeah. So let's get on. You can bring the helmet thing, so that we can just show people what it looks like. So when they're in Walmart, they won't be asking all kind of silly, witty questions. So Jack don't have to tell them, So, but thank y'all again. Country Boy, I'm gonna let you take it home.
Hey, I truly thank y'all for coming. I thank you for sharing, for giving the information to those of us that didn't know. That's the thing about it. I think that's the most important thing. Everybody don't know everything. And thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your personal story, your personal journey. That's the most important part, to be able to allow us for a brief moment inside your world, inside your life, because that can help us all. That can help us all to be a little bit more loving, a little bit more compassionate to one another, because you never know. You never, ever know what anybody else is going through. So when we learn how to do that in this world, that's what's going to make this world a better place. And I will definitely tell my best friend I'm coming over there to get a steak.
We're gonna come do some karaoke steak.
Put that thing on the grill, because I'm coming. Put it on the grill.
Push the wrong button.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, so I'll definitely text her the our weekly schedule, so you guys can come and just place. And
thank you very much for tonight, and thank you for this opportunity.
We really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing stories.
Right.
So we're gonna let Country Boy take it on in and end us like he does so eloquently. We really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Does so eloquently.
I can do that. I can do that. Look at here, as those country boy always say, look at here. You know what? If the good Lord has given you a vision, if he's given you a vision, if he's planted something inside of your heart, plant something for you to do. Don't worry about the people who tell you can't have a restaurant. Don't worry about the people that tell you, you know what, you about crazy if you want a food truck and you want to have a bar. Don't worry about them people. Don't worry about the people that tell you, you want to have a walk, you want to do what? Don't worry about them people. If the good Lord has given you a vision, trust me, old country boy, if I don't know everything, I know this thing, that if he's giving you a vision, he will provide the provision. Jessica, I'm going to need you to help me on this one. I'm going to need you to sign language this thing for me. So you ready? Because you're going to help me close this thing out with sign language tonight. It's me and you tonight. So you ready? Here we go. All right. I'm going to say it real slow.
Okay.
If you woke up this morning.
I woke up this morning. Okay.
And you open your eyes. And you looked around.
You look good. Okay.
And you clean out your ears. And you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
You didn't eat?
And you did not hear it.
Oh.
Here. Didn't I?
And if you was out today.
It's hot.
If you was out today.
Oh, you're out today?
If you was out today.
Out today. Out.
Yeah.
Today. Okay.
Yeah.
And you looked around.
Look around.
And you still didn't hear it.
You're still sitting there.
This boy.
Well, here it is.
Here it is.
At 9:18 Houston time.
18. Now, 9, 8, 18, 9, 18. Yeah. Time.
And there you go. Oh,
You about to hear it right now.
Hear it now.
We love you.
We love you.
And we love you unconditionally.
Unconditionally.
Look, we love
Hey,
you.
I got that one.
Love
Look,
you all.
I got that one. And we
All.
love you unconditionally.
Y'all know what I remember? And you know what I remember? And I remember it from Sesame Street. How
Yes, how?
are
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
I remember that from Sesame Street.
That's what taught me everything, man. People sleep on Sesame Street, man. That was everything.
That was it. Well, y'all, thank you again. And just what Country Boy said, we love you and we love you
Thank you.
unconditionally.
Thank
Goodbye. Good night.
Bye.
Good night, Julie.
Stay warm.
You guys stay warm as well. Bye.